guys, I'm back again and I just wanted to talk to you guys today about shears. And this goes for not just hairstylists. I actually want to talk to everybody about shears. So obviously most people in the world get their hair cut. And if you get your hair cut, probably you're getting a haircut by a hairstylist or a barber or something of that nature. If not, some people cut their own hair and whatever. But the thing is, I often have my clients tell me like, oh my God, you're so good at cutting hair. It grew out so great, blah, 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 blah. And I'm always like, maybe I am good at cutting hair. Sure, I've done it a long time. I take classes, I practice constantly, and I have experience. But I would say a big part of my haircuts growing out well and being good haircuts is the tools I use. And so I wanted to make this video to kind of explain the science behind shears and hair and all that in detail so that you guys kind of understand. If you're a hairstylist, then you should probably be listening as well. But also for clients, it's good to understand that if you're going somewhere and you're getting your hair cut and they're not using the best tools, you will see a difference in your haircut. So I wanted to take a second to talk about my shears. They're Japanese steel. They are not cheap. These are $1,000 for just one. And they are handmade in Japan. And you can tell the difference. Like the blade is sharp. You could cut a man. It is so sharp that it slices your hair strand like a razor. I have 4 pairs of these, so you can understand how much this comes out to be. But I have to say, I invest in my craft. Like, I think that's something that's super important. And I think a lot of people don't understand the difference it does make. It mostly makes a difference when your hair grows out. When I use my shears, it slices the hair perfectly so that if you looked under a microscope, you wouldn't see any jagged edges. And I think part of the problem is when you use bad shears, they're not as flat and sharp. So if you looked under a microscope, there would be little tiny imperfections in the blade. And so with my shears, if you looked under a microscope, it would be like a perfect line. And what that does is in the long run, when your hair grows out, the shears that were used that weren't perfect, your hair starts splitting in all those little places. And with the shears I'm using, it's perfectly cut. It's not getting raggedy at the bottom of your hair strands, and it grows out better. So I always suggest investing in your tools. I know I do all my tools, my clippers, everything is top of the line. And I think in the end, you know, maybe I do charge a little more for a haircut, but it pays for itself and my clients see the difference. I do know that, you know, because I tour, my clients have to sometimes go to other stylists. And the stylists I send them to are amazing, and I know they use good tools. But I would say if it's something that you've been concerned with, if you get a lot of breakage, if you get a lot of split ends, consider that. And especially now that some of you have used some not so good shears to cut your hair or whatever at home during the quarantine, I would say 100%. As soon as it's over and as soon as you can get in, go get a haircut professionally by somebody that uses good tools. And I hope this helps you guys kind of understand the process of the haircut. It is simple, but it makes so much sense. And it took me years to kind of understand my clients saying, I don't know what you do, but it always grows out so good. And honestly, I'm not magic. My shears are. So these are Mizutani shears. I love these. They're amazing. I highly suggest this brand, but there's plenty of good hair shear brands. It doesn't have to be that one. I think German steel and Japanese steel are the best that there is out there. You can always do some research or ask your friends, ask some stylists that you know and trust. And if you guys have any questions, let me know too. But I hope that helps. Bye guys, I miss you all.